right, hey, so we're going to talk about instruments and instrument families for the last time today. Today we're going to talk about instruments around the world. So we're going to look at four different instruments from different countries, and we're going to see if we can stick them in one of our four instrument families. We'll listen to them, and then we'll probably end class with a game. So, instruments around the world. Instrument families, we know that we have four instrument families. I always feel like Dora when I ask a question on a video, but if you can list out all four, I want you to turn to someone near you and say them. So I'll give you 10 seconds to turn and talk to a partner. What are the four instrument families? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. I hope that you and your partner actually turned and talked and you weren't just sitting there watching me count. So for instrument families, we have brass. Brass, they are shiny, made of metal, and the mouthpiece, this part right here that you put your mouth on, is shaped like a cup. We also have, oh goodness, woodwinds. You can't really see on this picture of the clarinet because the reed would be on the other side, but woodwinds have a reed and they're originally made out of wood. There is one instrument that is in the woodwind family that does not have a reed. It is the flute. We have percussion. Percussion, you play it by hitting, striking, scraping, tapping, uh, hitting. I don't know. That's how you play a percussion instrument. Lastly, we have, oh goodness, we have our string family. This is a really simple family to recognize because they have strings. We have, back up train of thought. We have our four instrument families, and any instrument in the world can be categorized into any of these instrument families. There are some instruments that are kind of split between some instrument families. So if we think of the piano, some might say percussion because you're tapping keys. Some might say string because there are the strings that are actually making the sound. If you didn't know, now you know. So a piano is both a percussion and string instrument because it has strings, but there are hammers that tap the strings, and you're hitting the keys. Just a little knowledge for you. We're going to talk about an instrument from Japan. You have probably heard this instrument before and just not have realized it. This is the koto. It's made out of wood. It has some metal strings. If you look, there are a bunch of bridges. There are these white things, a bunch of bridges, goodness, that kind of elevate the strings, and you play it by plucking the strings. So we see strings. On three, we're going to shout out on that screen. We're going to say, there we go, what instrument family the koto would fall into. So on three, 1, 2, 3. I did my counting backwards. It's a string instrument. Good for you. So let's listen to what the koto sounds like. Alrighty, so our next instrument is the byeonsong, and it is from China. I love this instrument, and I think you're really gonna like it too. Um, so it is a bunch of essentially metal bells, and you have mallets, and you are striking the bells with the mallets, and they are massive. You're gonna see in the video they are huge. So we play this instrument by striking it on three. We're gonna say what instrument family it belongs to. 1, 2, 3. I hope you said percussion. So again, this is from China, and I'm going to get you on over to that video. Alrighty, our next instrument is the Native American flute. This is an instrument that, although it is not from like some foreign land, it is actually from early America. So if you think about Native Americans long, long ago, this is an instrument that they played. So it honestly kind of looks like a recorder. You would hold it like that, and you would blow into it, and then you would put your fingers down in certain ways on the sound holes, and it would create different notes. So if it is made out of wood, hint, hint, and you blow into it, what instrument family does it belong to? Let's say it on 3, 2, 3. Woodwind! Yeah. Okay, let's take a listen and see what this flute sounds like. All right, so our last instrument in our slideshow comes from India, and it is the shringa. I think this is one of my favorites as well, because this one's really cool. It sounds awesome, and the video that I picked has monkeys in it, which is amazing. So the shringa is made out of a metal, and you can't really see the mouthpiece in this video because his hand is covering it, but I presume it is probably somewhat shaped like a cup. So if it's an instrument that is metal, has a mouthpiece shaped like a cup, what instrument family do you think it would be in? Let's say it on 3. 1, 2, 3. I hope you said brass, because it would definitely be a brass instrument. So I will have us pause this video and go on over to the video with the shringa being played.